Washington and Lee instructor Libby Cumming creates competition to motivate her students in her general physics lab.
It's like a game we play all term, in fact all year. We call it Immortality. It's immortality in the physics department, well, at least for a week. And what that means is that they have successfully figured something out, get to put their names up on the board. And for some reason, it's a lot of fun for all of us to do that. So by the end of the term, they're all just wanting to get their names up there at least once.
In lab, students test their knowledge of inertia. Sophomore pre-med major David Zekin says the purpose goes beyond the classroom.
We're really just looking at the real-world application of the moment of inertia, which is essentially the rotating mass of an object, and trying to figure out how it can be used in real-world applications rather than just on paper, which we've been doing in class.
Student teams get a shell containing an unknown shape.
Inside these things are regular shaped objects, three-dimensional. You can time the period of rotation and discover on each axis, right? And from that information, you will be able to tell not only the shape and the dimensions of the object, but what it's made of.
Students spin their orbs from a wire to help guess what's inside.
We'll start it and see, we'll let it go, and then you'll see after it goes around like 3 times about. We'll then measure how long it does that, and then we'll divide that time by 3, and that'll be one period of a data point. Then we'll look at the trend between those to really figure out the period along just that A1 axis, and we'll do this 3 times.
Freshman Stephanie Fouts explains this experiment's criteria for immortality.
Whoever can accurately predict the radius of their object and the density and the material of it gets to put their name up on the board and be famous for a week.
Halfway through the experiment, students guess what their object might be.
It might be a cube, though. Each axis has an identical shape around it, and a cube would give that identical shape.
I think it's a cube in there. And you can kind of feel how it gets like heavy and lighter just by holding it in your hand.
We're thinking that it's a steel object.
Then the big moment arrives.
Oh, you're right.
But not all the teams were so successful.
We got the material wrong. We thought it was brass because it was really heavy, but it turned out to be steel. But
Our density was a little bit off, so we're going to try and figure out where we went wrong on that.
But we got the right shape.
Eckstein and Perella joined the ranks of the immortals.
We found out that our hypothesis was in fact correct. The resulting object we found here was a cylindrical steel piece of metal. We are 6 for 6 now.
The immortality.
They have never taken us down, actually.
For The Reader, I'm Happy Carlock.